It's nothing, just I'm balancing a ball or something. Well, सारा जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा. So मैं आज हिंदी में क्यों बात कर रहा हूँ? Well, because that's actually not the one language for me to speak. I could speak Hindi. मुझे हिंदी में बात करनी भी आती है, though मुझे a little bit दिक्कत होती है, but yeah, like my most language goes to the English and Hindi as well, because I'm a Bengali origin, so whenever I speak Bengali, saying Hindi is natural. So it's actually a little bit something about India, something the facts I like. By the way, puede hablar un poco de español, Spanish. So today is talking about Indians. So why I want to talk about Indian? Because recently I knew the new Twitter CEO has been Parag Agrawal, he's an Indian, and again the Google CEO Sundar Pichai, my favorite, is an Indian as well, and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, Indian from Haryana, and Adobe CEO Indian, but I actually don't know the name. I'm sorry. Well, but it's actually the question for me to understand why the Indians are mostly like controlling the whole tech industry now, like this type of technological company. Indians are ruling everywhere. Even Jack Dorsey have been changed. Bill Gates have been swapped himself with someone else, and later we came with Satya Nadella for Microsoft. Larry Page, well, put a centerpiece on it. Why? Why the Indians are so much intelligent? And if they're intelligent, then why should they not, expressing to their country? Well, they're doing it as well, but why the Indians in other places as well? And to be honest, the mostly Indians are probably like the mostly intelligent have become at the beginning. They're in the outside because they've been outside from the nation because they have the ideas. And I believe I personally love Indians for the intelligence because they're super intelligent. But actually, some politics like cultures or something like ancient type of minds actually stopping them from doing this type of works where they have the ideas, but some of the other people are stopping them, and that's why they actually dare to waste their energies on them. So they just thought, okay, it's ours. So whatever I do in India or Pakistan or Israel, anywhere is possible. They choose US for it because they choose one of the like easiest low tax government friendly and like accepting people over there. So they're so much accepted in US, and whenever the people come here they just get accepted in US, Russia, and China. That's why these bigger countries actually much more than $1 trillion of GDP. I don't know things actually have been raised in $1 trillion or not, but I actually don't know. But still, that's what the matter. Acceptance. They have the ideas, Indians have the ideas, but they actually have enough place to share. That's why they go for such a bigger countries. I know a better place like US and China, Russia, and that's why I tell where these Indians actually why they're super generously intelligent. You know what? Like who actually invented first radio waves? Well, it was Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose, who is an Indian, and someone could have just said Bangladeshi as well. So we're all together. So Bangladesh actually maybe 60, 75 years back, Bangladesh was a total like a free part of India. So it was totally under India's control. Later came to Pakistan, and that was Bangladesh. So I'm telling the history. This is actually not important. Let's get back to here first. Sorry, mom. I'm just messing my hair back. Well, okay, come back to the work. So why have been talking about the Indians that are so much intelligent. I love Indians, and why I'm talking about myself like Indians are so much intelligence, because like one of the most my mostly important, my mostly favorite places like Google, Microsoft, then I like Apple, even Apple. One of the Apple founders an Indian as well. I just forgot the name. So this type of my favorite places. Indians are dominating the place. Oh my god, I think Indians gonna dominate in the future as well. Or probably there's just gonna be a new migrant American because Satya Nadella is a migrant American, Sundar Pichai is a migrant American. I don't know what Park Agrawal actually didn't know until he became the Twitter CEO, and I still don't know that before I CEO's name. My bad. Sharing something about my experience while learning them or their language. So actually talking about something Indian as my knowledge as it goes for Indian. So Indians actually. I first learned Hindi while watching the anime cartoon Doraemon in a Hindi dubbed one. So actually, I thought what at first was listening to this words where they're saying this is actually much compatible to language I used to speak in the beginning. Well, I still speak, but as one of my first languages is Bengali. So it was much compatible to Bengali. You know what? I say pani in Bengali, and pani is the same as a water in Hindi. Much compatible to each other. Like, uh, uh, Okay, actually some pronunciation issues in Bengali and some of the Hindi as well. So मुझे हिंदी पे बात करनी आती है, but it starts with some words. So I have a pronunciation problem because I also like grew up in a British school, but talking American stuff like a totally different person wants to grow up in the British form in a Bangladeshi way, but wants to go to US. Here am I. I actually don't know what the video is gonna be about. Like, still it's 5 minutes, but it's just a video so giving a real update about myself. So right now, just learn about Hindus that are really amazing. And by the way, one of my favorite YouTubers, ट्रिगर इंसान कैरिमिनाटी दोस्त कैसे हैं आप मुझे आपकी वीडियो बहुत ही अच्छी लगती है and I really used to watch your videos and I think निश्चय Malhan. So here's my question for you. I actually don't have any question much, but still my question for you that how do you manage all the day's work? I mean, I see I probably do some of this works, not for sharing, but I do for personally for something I don't want to tell here. If you're watching the video, I guess you're not. So, now to tell it. Why am I doing this stupid here? Well, also all this video here for just talking about this regular updates like Indians actually dominating the tech industry, whether they're gonna do or not. But I think they're gonna do, but with the help of Americans, because nothing is possible. You know, one clap can do it with one hand, unless it comes with the two. So a clap's only made by two hands. So one side is India and one side America for acceptance. Definitely gonna make it a clap. Well, India itself is an accepted country too, but still, you know, like the beginning intelligent people like who was to implement the ideas, who had the strong determination for doing something, they have moved to the bigger countries. And as a ritual, you know, it's become like tradition now. So most of the people actually always like the conventional way. They're just moving to the place for the better options. So I think that's really not a bad idea. And oh well, that's gonna be a short video. So last video probably was 40 minutes, and now it's 7 minutes. By the way.